Good evening, audience. Tonight I am here to discuss the topic of Montezuma and Cortez. Which one do you believe? There are two different perspectives of the meeting of the two, however, the truth behind it remains unknown. In my personal opinion, I believe Montezuma over Cortez because I feel like Cortez was trying to hide the truth from King Charles V. This quote is from the letter that Cortez wrote to King Charles V after meeting Montezuma. Cortez describes that he was especially endeavoring to confirm him in the belief that your majesty was the sovereign they had looked for. Cortez was telling the king that his main goal while talking to Montezuma was to establish the king's power. The song that I chose up next is called Demons by Imagine Dragons. This relates to the event because the singer wants to hide the truth and shelter you. In this case, the singer would be Cortez and you would be the king. Cortez wants to hide the truth that Montezuma actually views him as a god and not the king. He also wants to shelter him from the truth that the power of the king was not acknowledged by the Aztecs. The song also connects to the overall theme because it is describing someone that is hiding things from another person, which is what Cortez did. This is why I believe Montezuma.
I wanna hide the truth, I wanna shelter you, but with the beast inside, there's nowhere we can.
In the second event, Montezuma is telling Cortez that their ancestors said that you would come to your city and sit upon your throne, and now it has been fulfilled. You have returned. In other words, he is saying that the return of Cortez, whom Montezuma believed to be Quetzalcoatl, was expected and predicted by his ancestors. This next song, Coming Home by Diddy, connects to this event because it represents that Montezuma believed that Cortez was returning home. Montezuma thought that Cortez was Quetzalcoatl, the god, which is why he treated him like so at the time of his arrival. The song relates to the overall theme because it proves that Montezuma had believed that Cortez was a god, which is another reason why I believe Montezuma.
Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away all the pain.
This third event occurred when Montezuma is telling Cortez to go enjoy your palace, rest your body, welcome our lords to this land. In other words, Montezuma is welcoming Cortez because he views him as the god, Quetzalcoatl. This next song, called My House by Flo Rida, connects to this event because in it, Montezuma invited Cortez into his palace and essentially told him, "What's mine is yours." In the song, Flo Rida is welcoming people into his home to have a good time. The song relates to the overall theme because it supports the idea that Cortez was welcomed and treated like a god because Montezuma believed him to be Quetzalcoatl. This is why I believe Montezuma, and again, not Cortez.
Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go.
In the fourth event, Montezuma bestowed gifts on Cortez. He gave him flowers, put necklaces on him, he hung garlands around him, and put wreaths on his head. In other words, he showered Cortez with gifts and other items because he believed that he was a god. This next song, Forever Young by Bob Dylan, connects to this event because the singer wants all of the audience's dreams to come true. This song connects to the overall theme because it shows that Montezuma wished for Cortez to have a great life and receive everything that he wanted. To me, this quote also tells me that Cortez lied because he wanted to hide the truth from the king. This is another reason why I believe Montezuma. In the fifth event, Cortez is telling the king that Montezuma made him sit down on a piece of rich carpeting which he had ordered to be made for his own use. He told me to wait his return there and then went away. In other words, Cortez is trying to tell the king that Montezuma forced him to sit on rich carpeting, instead of saying that Montezuma respected him as a god, which is why he had him sit on rich carpeting. The song Lie by David Cook relates to this event because the song says, "So lie to me and tell me that it's going to be all right," which is what Cortez did with King Charles V. He wanted him to think that Montezuma was treating him as a representative of the king, not as a ruler himself. This song connects to the overall theme because it describes someone lying and keeping secrets in the dark, which is what Cortez did to King Charles V. He hid the truth from him and did not tell him that Montezuma viewed him as a god. Instead, he made the king believe that Montezuma acknowledged the king's power overall. This is another reason why I believe Montezuma.
The truth is gonna change everything. So lie to me and tell me that it's gonna be alright.
In the sixth event, Montezuma believed Cortez to be a god. According to an Aztec legend, the god Quetzalcoatl was to return to Mexico in 1519. Cortez resembled the god's description from the legend. In other words, Montezuma believed Cortez to be an Aztec god because he matched the appearance and arrived at the same time that was the predicted return of Quetzalcoatl. The song Come Back by Ella Ayer connects to this event because it talks about how they always come back, which is what the Aztecs believed about the gods. This song connects to the overall theme because it describes the reason why Montezuma and the Aztecs believed that Cortez was a god. Hernan Cortez is a significant person because he was a Spanish conquistador who led an expedition that caused the fall of the Aztec Empire. He was under the rule of King Charles V and did not want the king to question his loyalty to him. The song Conqueror by Estelle relates to this person because the song is about someone who does not accept defeat and fights for what they believe in, which is exactly what Cortez did. He fought to make the king believe that the Aztecs respected him more than Cortez himself. However, this was not the case. This song relates to the overall theme because it discusses the act of conquering. The Aztec Empire is conquered as a result of Montezuma inviting Cortez into the city because he had believed him to be the god Quetzalcoatl. This is why I believe Montezuma. King Charles V is significant because he was a Spanish and Roman emperor that directly ruled over Cortez and desired to conquer the Aztec Empire. I believe that Cortez lied to the king in order to make him believe that he had total power. The song I Just Can't Wait to Be King by Jason Weaver connects to King Charles V because he is very ambitious and eager to become king. He desired power, which is why he just couldn't wait to be king. The song relates to the overall theme because it shows us why King Charles would have believed Cortez's letter. If it's not obvious, he believed the letter because he was ambitious and desired power. He did not care how he got the power, he just wanted it. This is another reason why I believe Montezuma.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king. You run a long way to go, young master, if you think. No one's saying do this. Now when I said that...
Montezuma II is a significant person because he was the last emperor of the Aztecs and he died in battle with the Spanish in 1520. The song Nobody's Perfect by Hannah Montana connects to Montezuma II because he made the mistake of trusting Cortez. However, the reason that he trusted Cortez was because he thought he was Quetzalcoatl, the god. The song connects to the overall theme because everybody makes mistakes. Cortez made the mistake of lying to the king, and Montezuma put his faith in Cortez. This is why I believe Montezuma over Cortez. My idea is that people are capable of rewriting or changing history to make the victor of the situation seem benevolent. This idea is significant because it means that much of the history we know today could have been written by others, or could have also been told by only the winning side, and not the victim side. The song Hall of Fame by The Script connects to this idea because it discusses how the world is going to know your name. The main idea of the song is that successful people will be remembered for their achievements. However, the story of how they achieve their fame will only be told by their perspective, not their victims. This song relates to the overall theme because it makes me believe that Montezuma's story is true. Instead of being told by the victor, the Florentine Codex is written from another perspective entirely. This is why I believe Montezuma.
Hall of Fame.